Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. In this class, we are going to learn some basic concepts in physics in the lesson Nature of Physical World and Measurement. Before getting into the physics concepts, let's know what is meant by science. The word science was coined in the year 19th century. The word science has its root in the Latin verb scientia, meaning to know or knowing the truth. Science is the systematic organization of knowledge gained through observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning. The knowledge of science dealing with the non living things is called physical science, and that dealing with the living things is known as biological science. Next, we see the scientific method. The scientific method is a step-by-step approach in studying natural phenomena and establishing laws which govern these phenomena. This scientific method has some steps that are systematic observation, controlled experimentation, qualitative and quantitative reasoning, mathematical modeling, and finally prediction and verification. Next, we get some introduction for physics. The word physics is derived from the Greek word physis, meaning nature. The study of nature and natural phenomenon is dealt with physics. Hence, physics is considered as the most basic of all sciences. The next topic is branches of physics. Physics as a fundamental science helps to uncover the laws of nature. The language of its expression is mathematics. Physics is divided into two main branches. The first one is classical physics and another one is modern physics. Classical physics refers to the traditional forces that were recognized and developed before the beginning of the 20th century. And the modern physics refers to the concept in physics that have surfaced since the beginning of the 20th century. This picture shows the various branches of the physics under the classical physics and modern physics. The next one is scope and excitement of physics. Physics has a huge scope as it covers a tremendous range of magnitude of various physical quantities. It deals with a system of very large magnitude as in astronomical phenomenon, as well as those with very small magnitude involving electrons and protons. Technology is the application of all the principles of physics for practical purposes. For example, microelectronics, lasers, computers, superconductivity, and nuclear energy are all the inventions of physics concepts. Now, let's discuss the relation of physics with other subjects. In chemistry, the radioactivity and X-ray diffraction are used to arrange the elements in the periodic table on the basis of their atomic numbers. In biology, the invention of some instruments like electron microscope, X-ray, and neutron diffraction techniques are used to understand the structure of nucleic acid. In mathematics, physics is a quantitative science. It is most closely related to mathematics as a tool for its development. In astronomy, the invention of astronomical telescopes are used to study the motion of planets and other heavenly bodies in the sky. In geology, diffraction techniques help to study the crystal structure of various rocks, and the radioactivity concepts are used to find the age of the earth. In oceanography, it is used to measure the parameters such as temperature, salinity, current speed, gas fluxes, chemical components in oceans. The next one is measurement. The comparison of any physical quantity with its standard unit is known as measurement. Measurement is the basis of all scientific studies and experimentation. It plays an important role in our daily life. Physical quantities. Quantities that can be measured and in terms of which laws of physics are described are called physical quantities. These physical quantities are classified into two types: fundamental or base quantities, which cannot be expressed in terms of other physical quantities. Quantities that can be expressed in terms of fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. The examples of these both quantities are given in the tabular column. An arbitrarily chosen standard of measurement of a quantity which is accepted internationally is called unit of the quantity. If it denotes the fundamental quantities, then it is known as fundamental units. If it denotes derived quantities, then it is known as derived units. In this, there are different types of measurement systems. A complete set of units which is used to measure all kinds of fundamental and derived quantities is called a system of units. The first one is the FPS system. It is the British engineering system of units which uses foot, pound and second as the three basic units for measuring length, mass and time respectively. The next one is CGS system. It is the Gaussian system which uses centimeter, gram and second as the three basic for measuring length, mass and time respectively. The next one is MKS system is based on meter, kilogram and second as the three basic units for measuring length, mass and time respectively. International System of Units (SI) is the standard system of units used around the world. In 1971, at General Conference on Weight and Measurements, this system of units is derived. The system is called International System of Units and abbreviated as SI System of Units. It consists of 7 fundamental units. The 7 fundamental units and its derived units are given in the pictures. The next topic is measurement of basic quantities. The first basic quantity which we are going to discuss is measurement of length. The concept of length in physics is related to the concept of distance in everyday life. Length is defined as the distance between any two points in space. The SI unit of length is meter. This picture shows the difference between the ancient measurement and modern measurement. Now, we are going to discuss the measurement of small distances using screw gauge and vernier caliper. The screw gauge is an instrument used for measuring accurately the dimensions of objects up to the maximum about 50 mm. The principle of the instrument is the magnification of linear motion using the circular motion of the screw. The least count of the screw gauge is 0.01 mm. The screw gauge is the basic thing used to measure the smallest distance of an object. The next one is vernier caliper. A vernier caliper is a versatile instrument for measuring the dimensions of an object, namely diameter of a hole or depth of a hole. The least count of vernier caliper is 0.01 centimeter. In this figure, we can see the measuring techniques of vernier caliper. Now, let's recall what we have learnt in this section. In this section, we have just learnt the introduction of the subject physics and some measurement systems. We have learnt about physical quantities and its system of units and some unit for the basic quantities and derived quantities. And we have also learnt about screw gauge and vernier calipers. And students, in measurement of length, we are having some other methods: parallax method, radar method and triangulation method, which we are going to discuss in our next classes. Hope you enjoyed the classes and we will meet in another new class with new topics. Thank you, students.